Hello, 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 man. Welcome to the podcast, Tell the Truth. Broadcast 23 on YouTube, man. I'm your host, BowTie Neal. To my left is my brother. I'm not going to play around. We're going to get right to it. We got a lot of reactions to the Super Bowl BowTie Bill.
Wow.
Man, to my left, I'm going to give you the short introduction today. Not because I don't love you, brother, but we got a lot to talk about, my brother. To my left is my boy, BTB. Tell him what that mean, man. Tell him what that mean.
BowTie Bill.
Man, BowTie Bill, get the close-up. Yeah, he looking good today. Y'all know we got to handle the business today. Want to give a shout out to these boys in North Dallas, man, for the Maximize Your Potential studio, man. BowTie Bill.
Yes, sir.
Woo!
Man.
Before we get into it, man, go ahead and handle the business, what we need the people to do and all that good stuff.
Thank you, fam, for tuning in once again. And just hit the subscribe button, the like button. Send it to your people that you know, to the people that you like as well as the ones you don't like. Send it to your family members and friends.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, fam. We appreciate everything that you do. We like your listenership as well as your viewership.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is the episode I want to see a lot of comments. I want to see y'all thoughts. I try to respond back to people, the good and the bad. Just I like to interact with the people, man. But BowTie Bill, we got to break down that Super Bowl.
Oh, yes.
Now, before I do, let's get a toast. Let's get a toast in to ourselves.
Right.
For getting the Super Bowl right again.
Money.
BowTie Bill. We got every game right in the AFC Championship game. We got the Super Bowl right. And then we did very good in division round right. So anyway, I'm just let y'all know. Like I said, we don't know nothing BowTie Bill. But man, let's break down this game. What I want to do, BowTie Bill.
Okay.
We're gonna break the game down like we had a football game, okay? I want to talk about the first half first.
All right.
And then we're gonna get into the second half. Okay.
Okay.
And like, what's your reaction? Why
Sure.
you think certain things is going on? So, BTB, let me ask you this: in the first half, when San Fran was rolling, my boy, what were you thinking? Far as how Purdy? I'm gonna got some more questions coming too. How Purdy was looking? Because truth be told, I thought that Purdy was not going to be that comfortable in the first half. I thought the lights would be too bright. First Super Bowl would be nervous. But what was your thought? That's what I thought he was going to come out. What is your thoughts on Purdy in the first half, man?
Man, your boy Kyle Shanahan, he was just calling good plays for Purdy.
Yeah, he was.
Right? Shanahan, he just took the combination or all year from week 1 through week 16, all the plays that Purdy liked. Rolled it up into the Super Bowl.
He was dialing up some plays.
He was dialing up some plays
that first half.
Kyle Shanahan made Brock Purdy comfortable.
Agree.
Right?
Agree.
We talking about the first half.
Yeah, first half.
First drive.
Right.
One of the reasons why I believe that Christian McCaffrey fumbled as a running back haven't got hit in 2 weeks.
That's
the same thing with Pacheco.
Okay.
Haven't got hit in 2 weeks.
Well, I'm gonna get on the Pacheco one. I got a different idea on that one, but the McCaffrey one do make more sense because that was the first drive of the game,
and they haven't got hit in 2 weeks.
He ain't got lathered up. I see where you're going with it. He ain't been hit. Great point. That's why you're a guru. All right, go ahead.
Right?
Tell the truth, baby. Let's go.
Yeah. So they came out in a certain personnel. They came out in 12 personnel. That means 2 tight ends, 1 running back. And then they was in the I formation. We talking about the first drive.
I like
and
that.
They were going down.
You got the floor right now. I love that. But I'll explain why later. But go ahead.
Right. And then sadly, McCaffrey got hit. A lot of hats on the ball. He fumbled.
Yeah, on that first
but
drive,
Brock
man.
Purdy, to your question, he looked very comfortable.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I did not think Purdy was gonna play bad. You had a lot of people that thought Purdy was lights too bright. He's not gonna play good the whole game. And I've been arguing with people besides 49ers fans. Most 49ers fans like him, but some people be like, he gonna be the reason they lose. He gonna be the reason they lose. I kept hearing that the whole time they played Detroit. He threw one bad pass. See, there it is. Sometimes people like to keep repeating things, BowTie Bill. So when one thing happened, they can say, see there, look, I'm right. And I'm like, come on, dude. Even in the Detroit game, I'm like, Purdy looked bad in the first half, but he played good in the second half. He looked nervous. So I thought, since he was nervous in the NFC Championship game, he'll definitely be nervous in the Super Bowl. And like you said, bro, Shanahan did a good job, man.
Yes, he did.
Just calling the plays, man. I mean, the play calling in the first half was amazing. And I'm going to tell you this. I try to keep a bead on everybody's team as far as, just watching them. But I did learn something, BowTie Bill, since our last podcast. A lot of 49er fans do not like their defensive coordinator. I ain't know that.
Right.
They do not like that dude.
They miss D'Amico Ryans.
I knew their defense wasn't the same. I said they played too much zone, but I didn't know that a lot of 49er fans do not like this dude. And so I had to think about it. I'm like, man, their defense been locked in. Well, I forgot. D'Amico Ryans, like you said, was the coach last year. So where am I going with this? I felt like the play calling in the first half with the defense. Woo! He was calling some man. He called some things up. I'm gonna tell you what I saw. What did you see in that first half of their defense? I saw a lot of things they ain't did in a while.
Nick Bosa, he was like MVP status the first half. I mean, his gap assignment, solid, A+. Oh, okay, that's why he's one of the top players. That's why he's defensive MVP.
Man, Nick was out there giving him hell that first half, man. He was giving him hell, man.
Giving him smoke.
How the kids say, I want all the smoke.
I want all the smoke. He was giving them smoke.
But this is what surprised me. And I think that's why Andy Reid was having some problems in the first half. Because the Andy Reid play calling in the first half, we're going to touch on that, was real kind of suspect until the last 4 minutes. But I think the defensive coordinator of 49 caught him off guard because they're known for playing a lot of cover 3, and they have what they call this cover 5. I didn't even know that. I had to do some research on that today when he have all 5 DBs back, and he kind of did that in the second half, but we're going to touch on that. But in the first half, he played a lot of man-to-man, and I believe it caught KC off guard. I really believe it. And I was like, okay, the first 2 drives, KC make an adjustment, and it took Mahomes and them. I mean, he had Kelsey over there bumping it to the coach.
I can tell you why he did that as well.
Oh well, I'm gonna let you out of the floor. I think I know why, but go ahead.
Sure, he was on the sideline, and when they ran the play, the tight end was supposed to block the guy.
Yep, that's it.
And he didn't engage long enough. Hey, now this is organic, guys. We haven't even talked about this.
No,
right?
We haven't.
We went back and watched the game individually.
Right.
He didn't engage the defender long enough, and the guy he was supposed to engage knocked the ball out,
busted his head,
and fumbled.
Yep.
And so Travis Kelce on the sideline mad because he on the sideline, and he could have been in there. And in the Super Bowl, we need this drive to score. We inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah. Man, BowTie Bill, it's funny. That's why if you take this podcast, if you want to do a podcast, you got to put the work into it. So we watched the Super Bowl together at his house yesterday. Oh, by the way, the food was amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cabbage was good. The smoked burgers. Food was amazing. Anyway, let me get back on subject. So when I watched it, I was like, oh, shoot. I'm not going to lie. Because, I'm in fan mode. And I'm still trying to get my guru head on, too. Make sure I'm just looking at the game. I'm like, oh, man, it's making me a little nervous here. Is Kelsey losing it? Is it getting to them now? And so then I did the research. What I found out was Kelsey was not mad because he didn't get the ball. Kelsey was mad because he felt like if my ass was in there on that play. Now think about it. This is a true team player. See, everybody want to talk about, they was losing it cool. Look at Kelsey fighting with the coach. Let this sink in. The man wasn't mad that he didn't get the ball. At that time, he only had 1 catch, maybe 2. He wasn't mad that he was not getting the ball. The man was mad because he like, if I was in the fucking game, bro, I would have blocked that dude, and Pachinko wouldn't have got stripped.
Exactly.
So he was mad that you didn't give him a chance to block.
Right.
Dog, man, that dude locked in, dude. That dude is locked in, man. He dude locked in. So a lot of people looking at it the wrong way, and I'm like, man, why is the dude getting mad? My man getting mad because of the fact, dude, I believe if I was out there, coach, that shit wouldn't have happened, bro.
Exactly.
That's basically what he was saying.
Exactly.
Like, hey, you can rest me in the division round. You can rest me in week 11, week 14. But this is
Super Bowl inside their red zone.
Man, I don't need no rest. I don't need no motherfucking rest, man. What the hell you doing, coach?
First drive.
Man, put me out there, coach. Like, I don't need no rest, coach. So I understand why he was so mad about it and everything. And I was just like, at the time, I was like, oh, shit, they imploding. You know, I'm not going to lie. I thought it. Then when I did more research, I'm like, oh, they're not imploding. These dudes are just, he want to be in the game because he wants to win. You know, so my reaction, what was your original action when you saw that? And then once you did your homework? Did you think they was imploding at the time too? Or I know I did.
No. My organic thought was that he wanted the ball.
Yeah, I thought not implode, but I thought he was mad he didn't get the ball.
Selfish.
Right, yeah.
To your earlier point, I thought he was being selfish.
Gotcha.
But what it was is, hey man, you got this B player in. I'm on the sideline. I would have blocked that dude. I would have played to the whistle. And 83 didn't play to the whistle.
And then
what thusly, caused the fumble.
Exactly. Because if you go if you go back and look at it, running backs, a lot of people don't know this. The game moves so fast, and BowTie, Bill, you know this. And anybody play running back, in a high school, on a college level, you all know this. Running backs don't really see people. They see colors. Because they don't got time to be, that's number 54. They see, if it's I got on red, that team got on white. There's some white right here, so I need to go this way. If it's some white right here, then I'm going to go back this way. You could tell that Pachinko actually saw red on white. So he thinking he's blocked. So you can kind of tell Pachinko wasn't even thinking about him no more. He's thinking, looking down the field like, okay, what type of move I'm doing this dude? And like out of nowhere, the dude got off the block. And that's how he got stripped, like you said, because he thinking he going to hold that block. And
right.
He didn't.
He didn't hold the block.
He didn't. And, like you said, Kelsey would have definitely held that down, But that was some of the things I saw in the first half was like, hey, you know what? Man, these boys might be imploding. But I will tell you this, man. Give me 3 key plays. So he don't even know I'm going to ask him this. He don't even know it. Three key things. What was 3 key things that you saw in the first half, good or bad, by either team? You can say 1 was San Fran, 2 KC, 3. What was 3 key things that you kind of saw in the first half to make you be like, man, it's a good game, or this might go this way, whatever. Give me 3 keys you saw in the first half.
San Francisco defense came to ball out, not just play.
When did Greenlaw pop his Achilles? What quarter was that?
Second quarter.
Man, I felt bad for him.
Second quarter.
I had money on KC, but I felt bad for him, bro.
Man, he was walking onto the field. He was kind of somewhat celebrating and getting onto the field, and it popped. Non-contact injury. But San Francisco defense came to play.
Facts.
The tight end, I'm sorry, I apologize. The tackles for the Kansas City Chiefs were not ready. The lights were too bright for them. Right? And believe it or not, Patrick Mahomes was collecting data.
Yeah. That's a great point. That's a great point.
Quarters 1 through 3, he was collecting data.
Mm-hmm.
That is why, I don't want to get too far ahead, but that's why he exploded in the fourth in overtime.
Yep, I agree with you.
But in the first half, he's collecting data, to my points. The defense for San Francisco came to ball out.
Facts.
Right? And the tackles for Kansas City were not prepared. The lights were too bright for them.
Yeah, my first half, I wanted to ask you a couple of questions. I'm going to make it real quick on my first half, this overall view. Then we're going to get to the second half.
Okay.
My first half, the first drive, I thought the play calling was amazing. A lot of teams do not do I formation. I am a big fan of I formation because of the fact, and other people say, oh, that's old school football. You can run out of it. You can pass out of it. I'm not a big fan of RPO. You got to do it. I get it. It's part of the game now. I get it. I don't want to sound like the old man, get off my lawn. You got to do it. But the reason why I'm such a big fan of I formation, I was playing it to Billy last night. If I'm the quarterback and I'm in RPO, and let's say Billy's the running back, BowTie Bill, he's on my left.
Right.
If it is a running play, it's only going to probably go 2 ways, either up the middle or BowTie Bill's going to the right, which would be the defensive line left. So the defensive line was already kind of cheating. Now, yeah, you can have a quarterback that can keep the ball, come out the backside. That's true, but most of the time, let's keep it 100. Then quarterback is giving the ball away. All right. In our formation, what I like about it is the running back has a two-way go. And it forces the defensive line to play more honest. And if you notice on that first drive, what I saw was a lot of our formation, Purdy under the center, and they came out there with that Buffalo game plan. Tight end, that first drive,
12
you go back and
personnel,
look at
13 personnel. And just so y'all, just for the viewership, listenership, a 12, 13 personnel means two tight ends, one running back. 13 is 3 tight ends, 1 running back. A 22 personnel is 2 running backs, 2 tight ends.
facts. Basically, big boy football.
Big boy football.
Okay.
Cold weather.
Right.
Or you want to be dominant.
So on that first drive, they either had a tight end and a fullback, sometimes 2 tight ends and a fullback. And number 44, the fullback, very rarely lined up in the backfield. He kept lining up right by Kittle. So they basically was coming with 2 tight end sets, sometimes 3 tight end sets, kind of like the personnel what BowTie Bill just said. And it was smash mouth football in the first half. The same thing Buffalo did to KC. And if you've been following us, I did say I don't know if KC got their run defense together because for some weird reason, Baltimore didn't run the ball in the second half, so we didn't know if they had their run defense together. But the play calling was amazing by Shanahan in the first half.
Yes, it was.
I did think he should do more of that. So in the first half, let me ask you this. You got to remember that me and BowTie Bill have been saying this if you've been following the podcast. We also told you guys, to all our fellow gurus, if San Fran is not winning by more than 7 points, man, we know our shit, dog. We also said if San Fran's not winning by more than 7 points at halftime, they're taking the L. We predicted it because of the KC defense. San Fran was rolling. They should have been up by way more than that. When they scored their last little field goal right for halftime, BowTie Bill, I was like, uh-oh. And then they were rolling in the first half, and then it was the halftime show. Usher came out there, he was,
singing.
Usher came out there, he was singing. All the women, sweating and stuff. We was in the garage smoking cigars. All the women in the house. Ooh, Usher, we gonna get on out of here. Let these women have their little fun now. And so after Usher, though, it was a whole nother ball game. It was a whole nother ball game.
You brought up a point. You brought up a data point.
Mm-hmm.
And you said it in 3.5 quarters.
Yep. Was at your
Kansas
house.
City did not score.
Yep.
Going back to the AFC Championship game, all the way up to 3.5 quarters.
Now, let me interject real quick. Let me get the people caught on what I'm talking about. I watched the Super Bowl game at BowTie Bill's house and then and we wasn't in the studio, but that's what I said to Bill's BowTie Bill just because y'all wonder what I was talking about. But go ahead, BowTie. Go ahead.
Right, you said for 3.5 quarters, they did not score a point.
Yep.
I did a little homework. 16 drives. They have not scored a point. That's what it broke in. That's the breakdown of it.
Right.
16 drives.
So if you guys not keeping up what we're talking about they did not score in the second half of the Baltimore game, the first quarter of the Super Bowl game, and half of the second quarter. So I said in that Billy house, hey, KC, is this the offense struggling or San Fran defense locked in? Because they ain't scored in 3.5 quarters. And BowTie Bill was like, damn. But go ahead, BowTie. Go ahead. Okay.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So 16. So that's 16 drives. They didn't score.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, man, that's a data point. But again, Patrick Mahomes just collecting data. That's all he's doing. First 3 quarters collecting data. But we're gonna get into the second half in a minute.
No, we're talking about the second half right now. You got the floor.
Okay, second half.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So now
you got the floor, baby.
Right. So now Patrick Mahomes threw an interception. So in the first 3 drives, both teams, they were playing hot potato with the football.
They was. I don't want
because now here's where Kyle Shanahan messed up in play calling.
Mm-hmm.
In their 3 series, right, they had the ball on their side, on Kansas City side of the field.
Yes.
On the 3 drives, they had 7 pass plays and 1 run play. And it was just 1 run play for 0 yards. And on the pass play, it was -1 yard.
Yep. Let me ask you a question. I'm getting the floor back to you. Let's keep it 100. Mahomes had never threw an interception in the playoff. It's in the last 7 games.
Right.
I'm sorry, last 7 games, which
Last
is
7
still
games.
crazy, right? And he comes out first drive of the second half. He throws a pick.
He lobbed it versus lasering it.
Right, he should have lasered it. He allowed it because he actually had Kelsey open, but he
lobbed it versus laser.
For some reason, I was thinking like, you know what? He threw an interception, but I just felt like it's second half. They got the ball in the 41. I don't know what it was, but I was like, Spagnuolo ain't letting these boys score. All they had to do was get 6 yards. They got a field goal out there. It was something about. I said, where they get the ball at 41? I was like, this is key right here. I said, but I don't think Spag gonna let them score. And I thought they'd try to establish the run to get closer. And you got the floor, Billy. Were you more surprised?
Negative 1 yards in 3 drives. They had negative 1 yard.
Were you more surprised of the play calling on that one drive? People forget it was 10-3. Mahomes throws the pick. You got the ball in the 41. Everybody, we got more stuff to talk about and what's going to happen. We're going to get to it. I felt like, to me personally, when they didn't score right then and there, KC defense was like, yeah, we got these boys. We just got to keep holding these boys till Mahomes and them boys figure out what the hell they doing on defense.
4 quarter.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. So,
I think the defense is a lot. You get the ball to 41 and you wind up going backwards. Oh, man, these boys don't got shit for it. It make the defense just get more because defense is all about energy, swagger, and confidence.
And that's what it was on both sides.
Right.
Now, all of a sudden now, coaching kicks in because why you have a game of attrition. Mm-hmm. How do you coach doing attrition? Mm-hmm. And that's what Shanahan was faced with.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, but hey, man, but I got to give it to Spags. Mm-hmm. Spags was just dialing up, and he was playing man coverage.
Right.
Even in the presser, the post-game presser, Brock Purdy was talking about how, man, they were sticky.
Right.
That's what he said. They were sticky in man coverage.
Right.
He wasn't expecting that.
Right. Well, I knew, me and you already knew this, KC plays a lot of man-to-man, more than a lot of people. Right? And you only can do that if you got good receivers.
Them dogs.
Right. And if you notice, when shit got real in the second half, you didn't really see that much out of Debo or IU. So that's why in the second half, they had to start going to Jennings. Because that's the only thing they could get was get a little something on the slot.
I'm taking out the beaten path right now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Jennings.
Yeah.
Had they won that game, he probably would have won.
Oh, you talking about MVP?
The reason why?
Yeah, between
he
him
was responsible for 14 of their 19 points.
Yeah,
he threw a touchdown, caught a touchdown.
He sure did. I forgot about that. He threw one too.
He threw one and caught one.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now, man. You gotta know what you're looking at, and you could just. I never thought that Ayuk or Debo was going to have a big game catching. Debo might have a couple of run plays. I just didn't feel like they can get loose on their cornerbacks. I just thought that McDuffie and Snead, them boys are some damn dogs. And a lot of people don't know how good they are. We've been telling y'all about KC's
number one tandem in the NFL.
We've been telling y'all about Kansas City defense. I was like, if they're going to win, McCaffrey, what I told you guys last week, McCaffrey's going to have 125 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns. If we don't have that, they're not going to win. I also felt that Purdy was going to play good. I just thought it'd be like mid-second quarter.
He did play good.
Purdy came out the gate playing good. So my thing is, we saying all this good stuff about San Fran, but man, BowTie Bill.
Talk to me.
How did they lose the game in the second half?
That badass yellow boy.
That badass yellow boy. Oh, he wants some. Woo.
He was collecting data the first 3 quarters and then turning around in the 4th quarter, turned it on, did what he did. And then when it got to overtime.
Yeah. So
they had a third man, okay, so we can get into the flip coin.
All right.
Which we talked about.
Yeah.
So I believe that they still, although the defense was weary and tired, San Francisco's defense was weary and tired, they still should have kicked the ball to KC.
Yeah, we're gonna do we're gonna do a podcast later on today about the
Okay,
overtime
okay,
thing.
okay.
We're gonna give it to
We'll wait
them.
on that.
Yeah, we don't want to go too long. We're gonna break down that overtime.
Right. Okay, yeah.
But go ahead though.
Yeah.
Take your time. Go ahead.
Man, they were just dialing up plays and they couldn't do anything. They could not do anything. San Francisco's defense. Steve Wilkes could not do anything.
Yeah, so this is what I saw second half. If you ask me, they ass got out coached in the second half. If you ask me, I think that the San Francisco coaches hit the panic button. Everything they did in the first half, they did totally opposite in the second half. Fighting, when you get to the Super Bowl, it's two heavyweights. You can't blame Purdy.
No, you cannot.
Purdy played good. McCaffrey had the ball 20 carries, had the ball 10 times. Some people like, you got to run him more. You can. It is Super Bowl. I do think they should have gave McCaffrey the ball a little bit more, but I'm not. McCaffrey's not that big, but, but if you ask me what went wrong in the second half, Andy Reid, to me, all night, some of his play calling
Question mark.
was real questionable in this one. But right about the 9-minute mark of the fourth quarter, Andy got locked in. He got locked in, and Patrick Mahomes got locked in, and then Steve Wilkes, for some reason, I don't know what was wrong with this man, he stopped playing man, started playing a lot of zone. Why did you do that? When I saw it in the second half, I said, yep, I see why the 49er fans don't like his ass. I see why they don't like his ass. That's
why he had to come out the booth to the sideline.
A couple of games back, yeah. It made no sense. If you're trying to slay the bully, talking about Mahomes and Kansas City, and not calling them bully, but I'm just saying they're the baddest dudes on the block now, you can't be scared, bro. You cannot be scared of the moment. You got to say, I know who he is, but we're going to keep playing this man. The man, they're keeping two safeties back, sometimes one safety back. You want to play man-to-man because KC is everybody offense is, but KC is a heavy timing offense. Okay? Mahomes better be just about right here. Boom, let the ball go.
Right.
If you jam their receivers, almost kind of like the old Indianapolis Colts when Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning don't want to hold the ball. You hate when he jams his receiver, throw the timing off. But you let Marvin Harris and my boy, other dude, the guy went to the Pro Bowl Hall of Fame. You let them get them boys free releases off the line. It's gonna be a trouble. And they was being physical with them all night.
Right.
I forgot what down it was. This man came out and played a cover 5. All 5 defense back, 2nd and 14, like that. They get the yardage. It was another key play in the game, Billy, in the fourth quarter. He was about to call that same damn defense. And I don't know if you remember this. I had to look at it. I had to watch the game again today real quick. And the coach for 49ers, Shanahan, that motherfucker ran down there like, oh, hell no. He like, give me a to yo. You ain't going to get away with this shit.
Remember, right, the safety walked down slowly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because on the pre-snap read, he walked down slowly. This ain't what we want. This ain't what we want, number 17. He walked down slowly to the slot.
Yeah. Coach like, nah, you ain't about to. Nah. So that second half, man, I don't know. And then it was one play late in the game when he tried to get back aggressive, but he got too aggressive. It was like I forgot what down or what, but it was like third or something like that. And he had like 7 guys on the line. And you heard even Tony Romo even say, and last night Tony Romo was on some bull crap, but we'll talk about that on the next podcast about the overtime situation. Tony Romo, and anyway, but he was right on this one. He was like, oh, he's definitely not going to send all those guys. Like, they just showing blitz. And I'm like, yeah, they just showing blitz. And he sent everybody.
He sent everybody,
and
yes.
Mahomes was like, you want blitz? There's certain quarterbacks you don't blitz. You can send 5 maybe. You got to play man-to-man, keep your safety back. You got to throw off the timing, and then your defensive line will get there. And if you do blitz them, you can't let them know you blitz basically. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be like that blitz that McDuffie did to Purdy off the slot. McDuffie lined up over the wide receiver. He thought he was playing man to man, but he came off him, and then it got to be a blitz like that. But if you let Mahomes know, and he let it be known
pre-snap.
Yeah, pre-snap. Let it be known, bro. The play calling, going 3 and out in the second half. San Francisco offense passing 8 out of 9 plays. You went 3 and out. You cannot play with this boy, like you saying. He collecting data. And you playing around with this dude, okay, now it's 10-6. I was like, and keep in mind, I had money on KC, and for some reason, I promise you, I was never worried that KC was going to lose. How about you?
No, not at all. The game was too close.
Another crazy thing I did not know, I heard it today. Kansas City, since Mahomes has been there, every Super Bowl that they've won, they've been down by 10 points at one time.
Yes, they have. As a matter of fact, to take that thought even farther, he's 8-2 when he's trailing by 7 points going into the fourth quarter.
God, dog, man.
But he's been down by 10 points. He 8-2. Brady, the GOAT, is 10-11.
Exactly. And me and you've been saying already since last year. Me and you've been since last year, Mahomes a GOAT.
Now he's 9-2. Because he's down by 10 points.
Dog, man, I'm telling you, we keep telling y'all, we got a show already. If you go to our channel, we had one previously saying Mahomes is the GOAT. Some people are like, it's too early. I'm like, okay, it's cool. I mean, I respect everybody's opinion. We got our opinion. I don't need to see anymore. BowTie Bill don't need to see anymore. We've been telling y'all the man is the GOAT. This year was supposed to be the year. He ain't never been to play. He ain't never been on the road. Went to Buffalo and bust their ass. Well, now you gotta play Lamar. He the MVP. Went to Baltimore and bust their ass. I mean, every obstacle with less wide receivers, the man is the GOAT. It comes back to Mahomes, but the defense did enough. Like you said, just keep him around. And then your boy Shanahan and Wilkes, Lord, it was like 2 different coaches in that second half, bro, man. I'm going to say, though, I'm not going to say that they lost that game. I'm going to give KC their credit. But for some reason, I just felt like KC's winning this game. I was like, KC's winning this game. You know, and I know we haven't touched on the overtime. We're going to go in depth into more of that. But the overtime, we're going to have another podcast about that. Woo! Man, there was a lot of boo-boos in there. But, hey. Go ahead, BowTie Bill. Go ahead, man.
Already, man. Hey, listen, fam, we thank you for listening to us.
Yep.
We enjoy your viewership. We enjoy your listenership. Continue to just hit the subscribe button, the like button. Send it to your family members and friends, your uncles, your aunts, your cousins, your first cousins, second and third cousins.
Yeah, everybody.
And everybody that you like as well as the ones you don't like. We appreciate it all. All right? Send it to the different group threads that you're in, and we just looking to spread the word, spread the love. And we cannot do this without you. Thank you.
Man, I don't got nothing else to say, man. Well said. BowTie Bill, we out of here, man. Thank you for watching Tell the Truth. I'm your host, Shot-Town Neal. To my left, my partner, BowTie Bill. Tell the Truth, Podcast 23. Catch it on YouTube, man. Guys, have a good one.
Peace.
Peace.
That was great.